And welcome back. This is A Zamboni Driver bringing you Demon Souls. Last we left off, we upgraded our weapon a little bit, and I was just going to upgrade my vitality and endurance just a little bit more. Just trying to get a little stronger. Being able to take a little more punishment. My weapon is doing pretty well. I don't know why I have it in slot 2, but... real quick, I wanted to show off that my weapon right now has a total attack rating of 221, and that is, even though it's split between magic and physical, it's still very respectable. And yeah, the Drake Sword only has an attack rating of 200. It's not split, so it may do slightly more damage, but it has its own problems. Wow, completely missed. I was debating going back and taking our chance at the... Ooh, nice shield. Do I have stats for that yet? I do have the stats for this. I have the stats for it. It's a little heavier. It's only one better? Wow. Would not have guessed that. Oh well. Shields are very important, but you kind of got to go with your style a little bit. That guy's a jerk. Like I said, he's going to try and snipe you. Yay, more shards. Alright. He's not too annoying if you just stay out of his actual range, but if you stay in the main area, he will bother you. I am just being as careless as can be today. Yeah, but I thought about going back and getting the Drake Sword and all that, but I think I'm just not going to bother for now. One thing that's really annoying that he will do is he will, and he just did, he will buff all the enemies around him. So these guys have little lines on them. That means that they're stronger than they should be. And that's why I just did half my health with one attack. He's going to shoot more magic at me. Okay then. He's annoying, just... You don't want to fight him in a crowd, so here are all these Dreglings first. Ah, there's more of them. There's a lot in this area, so as always, just take it slow, retreat. Don't let yourself get too overwhelmed. And I failed. That should be all the Dreglings. Alright, so he's going to be annoying and try to stab you with his trident. If you can get his trident to drop, you are the luckiest person ever. Not really. His trident does drop, but it is kind of a rare drop. It usually takes some farming for people to get it. It's not especially worth it. It does allow you to buff your allies if you're doing co-op, which is a nice touch, but it's not. I think you're going to have to buff yourself, too, with it, which is nice. But I think most people really want it just to get the achievement or trophy for collecting it. Or you need to get the all weapons trophy or something, so that's why most people want it. Going up this way, we take a little detour and open this barrel for some humanity. So humanity possessed by or left on the corpse, and if a rat eats the corpse, then the rat has humanity. We can go through this door this way, and we meet another NPC.
Oh, still human, are you? Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse.
So, the mystery key that we got
Please,
earlier.
I have duties to fulfill, and I will reward you handsomely. Well, I am certain you stand to benefit.
Okay, reward you handsomely is a little bit of a stretch, but he's worth freeing at least.
Thank you. I am Knight Lord I truly appreciate this.
Yeah, after you do this, he'll eventually go to Firelink Shrine, and he'll give you a little reward for it. At that point, you can either kill him, because he does have a... Stop wiggling, that creeped me out. He does have... He'll drop his ring, which is very good. It gives you a 20% increase to, I want to say, HP, endurance, and equip load, which is very good. And it also, I'm going to do something quick. And it also, it has the negative effect that if you unequip it, after equipping it, it'll break, and you won't be able to use it anymore. So, it's definitely worth considering. Especially if you're struggling early on, 20% free from a few of your main stats is pretty helpful. I'm just showing you off that you can hop off that elevator early and go up here, and if you make a running leap from here to there, that little spire thing sticking out, that's leading you on your way to the oh, I got it. Okay, this is leading you on your way to the asylum. I'll probably do that later, but I just wanted to grab this real quick because it was bugging me. Anyway, hopping down, wave to that guy that we accidentally got stabbed. We got him stabbed in an earlier episode. And the Firelink. Alright. I'm gonna reverse my hollowing and turn back into a person. Lucky me. I look like a person. Alright. Let's see if he's here. Oh, he is. Give me my handsome reward.
Hello there. I have your reward.
Just some
I am
metal.
grateful to Not enough.
Alright. Now, if you want to kill him, you can certainly fight him. Oh yeah, get the reinforce. You can certainly just fight him and kill him. He's a little challenging, and it's much faster to just push him off the ledge behind him, and then quit and reload your game, and the his drops will just be sitting there. If you choose not to kill him, you'll be slightly disadvantaged later, but you'll also get a slightly better reward for you have to kill him eventually, basically. If you want any sort of reward, you have to kill him. But yeah, I have not fully decided if I'm going to let him live or kill him. My dog is barking. I do not know why. I hope you guys can't hear that, because it's kind of annoying me. But I can only assume from his barking that we are being invaded by an army. Oh well. So, now that we're in human form, not much is different. Most of our stats, everything's basically the same. The major difference is we can be invaded by outsiders, and we can enlist outside help. And I can be a little more cautious about fighting these things. There's still... Jeez. Okay. That should be all. Okay, my dog is satisfied that no one is breaking into our home. Come here, Mr. Balder Knight. Oh, wait again. I am terrible at timing those parries. But we have another advantage from freeing that guy that is lesser known and less useful, but it's still fun. Climbing up here, we're about to face our next boss. He's much more difficult, but we can enlist aid. We can go over here and touch this, and we'll see that it is the Knightly Architect that we just saved. Well, I'm not going to summon him, because he's a jerk. He only gave us one sunlight medal for saving him. Also, if we like, we can summon the Knight Solitaire, who gave us the White Soulstone. So I'm going to summon him. And I'm going to have to enter here while he gets summoned. And there's nothing nearby. But we run forward and enter a cutscene which will meet our demise. No, the cutscene won't meet our demise. Once again, this is an enemy that you can cut the tail off and get a reward for it. It's not the only chance you'll have to get this reward, so don't be too sad if you don't get it. And you'll know if you did it right, because you'll get the it'll show up. Like as soon as you cut it off, you're just rewarded with the item. So yeah, it is the Bell Gargoyle. Now he flies, has a spear, has a tail axe, and breathes fire. Whoa! And you can fall off the cliff. Excellent! Well, alright, I officially showed off that not only can you fall off the cliff, but you can also summon friends, so I'm not going to go as human. Of course, my souls and humanity are sitting in the boss's arena, so I have to survive to get back there. And take an elevator. Really, when playing this game, you can't get too chewed up about dying. You're gonna die, unless you're being extremely careful. You're probably just gonna die a handful of times anyway. I know I certainly do. I don't like playing super careful anyway. It takes too long, and I get too torn up when I don't do it flawlessly anyway. Did you just die? I killed him with 6 damage hit. So, lesson learned. Avoid the... Oh, I did not mean to do a jumping attack. Maybe I should have switched to the Claymore for this. Got more range. I'm gonna die right here, aren't I? Very nearly. Okay, good to know. Wow. So if you're wondering how not to be careful in retrieving your souls, that's exactly what you do. Now you'll notice that I am dead. I'm in hollow form. So I cannot summon these guys. Their summon signs don't even appear. Those are just messages. So, if you want friends, you gotta be in human form. And he spawns right away. That's good, because I want to go where he was just standing and get my souls. Now, if you summon aid for boss fights, typically they'll have more health, do more damage, and have better defense. It's not extremely noticeable, but some bosses won't. Yeah, he got his tail. Now he won't have a tail. This is another time it's helpful to use the gold pine resin. It'll tear these guys apart pretty quick. And when he's low on health, he summons a friend. Who? Oh no, this guy breathes fire, so he must breathe the electric guy. One of these guys breathes. Wow. Alright, I can't. I'm going to Claymore. Yeah, One of them actually breathes electricity, and the other one breathes fire. And apparently, I guessed wrong, which was which. So, yay for me. Don't ask how you can breathe electricity, but you do. Or they do, I should say. Maybe I should get help. Where are you? Gold fence. Here's the question, can I... Oh, I can quick roll. Oh, excellent. So, now we've... I still keep the tail, so that's good for me, I guess. But... Really? I don't have any poise, that's why. I am not being smart today, but that's okay. You can just run past these guys, but I'm paranoid about complete failure. Mild failure I deal with as an acceptable reality, but complete failure I like to avoid. Really should add more endurance. I think that's part of my problem. That I'm running out of my stamina very quickly and suffering for it. Yep. Bells are awakening or ringing. Usually that means that someone else who's playing has just rung them. It's a nice little touch, actually. Alright, so this time I'm going to show off both, hopefully, how to actually kill these freaking things. Yeah, the fact that there's two of them is supposed to be a surprise, but it's not really. Yeah. So, using gold pine resin, coats our sword with it, and makes it all electrically charged. And I cut off stuff. And I retrieve my stuff. You can see it does very good damage, even though it's not upgraded. Really, if you're going to use the Claymore, you should at least upgrade it to +2, just so you get a little extra bump in damage. But yeah, with gold pine resin, it is a very powerful early game weapon. Its only downside is it does take some stamina to use, and it has some strength requirement, and it's mildly heavy. But yeah, believe it or not, the gold pine resin does wear off pretty quickly. I mean, not quickly, but quickly-ish. It's kind of funny. It's not in my sheath because I didn't put it away, but it's not in my hand because I'm climbing the ladder. And it's back. Oh well. I never noticed that before. Oh well. And so we have reached the first Bell of Awakening, which we can now ring by pulling a lever. What is that? 6 deaths? 7 deaths now? I never said I was gonna do perfect. Half decent is what I'm going for on this run. I've got to take some wearing the Howl Soldier armor. I'm not carrying that dramatically. Yippee. And so we can climb down. Hope this doesn't mess up. Sliding down ladders is fun. And this guy's standing here.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Kareem, the Park. Thou art a friend. For thee, a warm welcome. Cometh thou to confess?
This guy has 2 really useful things about him. The first is that you can request absolution, where if you smack around an MCC and they get pissed off at you, requesting absolution will get them to forgive you usually. It's also nice you can buy Homeward Bones early and Purging Stones, and Ring of Sacrifice. But yeah, so easy useful early on, not necessary but useful. The requesting absolution is very helpful early on though. Where do I want to go now? Oh. Alright, see now you have your first real kind of fork, where there's a couple areas you can go, and they all have reasons to go that way or to not go that way. Oh. I like the Gargoyle Tail Axe because it actually, I can't use it properly right now, but oh, I'm only missing the dex. Its strong attack actually makes it bend and flex, which I think is cool because it's its tail. But anyway, yeah. I've mentioned a couple times about the moveset. I don't know where you came from. Basically, a weapon's moveset is all of its available moves, and sometimes not as different as they may seem, but you know, a lot of times, like your after roll attack or your running attack or something will be the difference. So the main weapons are the, you know, attack. Some of them have count. Like this weapon actually has a different secondary attack, not all do. Same with the 2 R2s in a row. Obviously the 2 hands are going to be a little different. I have to heal because I'm playing lazy again. And weapons actually have different shove mechanics too. There's also your leaping attack, which I don't use too often. I probably should actually. It is handy. Yeah. And then as I said, your roll, and your charging. I think for right now, I'm gonna head into the sewer area. It's the best way to get there. Yeah, I'll just go around. Basically, right now, we've rung the first Bell of Awakening, so we gotta find our way to the second one. And it is underground and a little trickier to get to. It's a weird little area here. Doesn't serve a lot of purpose. Running. I am very far from a speedrunner's level of knowledge of this game or how to get from one place to another quickly or efficiently, so. But we got a lot of souls, so I'm going to level up my endurance. Oh, I got a lot of souls. Learn my vitality and my dex. I'm still really not sold on what weapons I'm going to be using long term, which is bad because I'm starting to come to the point where I should be thinking about my build more, and I'm quite clearly not decided. Kill these guys quick. They're all jerks who need to die. I think that guy jumped off. Alright, there you are. That guy always drops something and he always falls off the cliff, and it always pisses me off. Whoa! Wasn't expecting you just yet. Oh well. Let's kill a rat. He dropped humanity. Free humanity! Oh, the humanity! I think I made that joke already. I hope not. But yeah, basically we gotta work our way down. And because we have the master key, we can actually take a shortcut and avoid a lot of the hassle. But I'm gonna go at least show the real way. Both because I want to show it and because there are actually some pretty good items to get there. I really gotta buy something that I've been putting off. We both hate each other. I'm getting really pretty lazy with my weapon attacks these days. That guy shot me going over there. One handy thing that I forgot to buy is boundless bucks. I'm actually gonna buy the resonance key while I'm at it too, just for the sake of it.
Oh.
But basically, that lets you store items at bonfires. They're not all in your active inventory. It's just handy. Stop shooting at me, you jerk. Yeah, you jerk. Yeah, I'll use a bonfire. Now I'll go this way. I have a little more endurance. I can actually do more of these running attacks. That was terrible. I know you're following me. And you still got me. Oops. I don't care about you guys because I don't think you're actually going to see me. Terrible. In here is where the gold pine resin is, just pointing it out. It's right there. So it's very helpful, especially if you're struggling early on. It'll add lightning damage to your weapon, and very few things early on have much lightning defense. So it's, if you're struggling, it's definitely something to consider using. Unfortunately, you only get 3, so use them wisely. Continuing on. Yes, we're going back to an area we've already been through, but it is to show you. Those archers are up there again, but I'm just going to run past them because they're not going to bother me much. There are really a couple ways to get to where I gotta go. This is by far the safest, because I don't like the dragon. Or Hellkite Drake, or whatever it is. I don't know where he is, but basically we have to go through this door. So, we use the basement key that we got from the portcullis. Is he even still around? He probably is. Yep, still around. Kill those guys. Oh! Wow. Had more backlash than I thought it did. Oh. So this is where we're going, into the basement. This by no means looks like a basement or anything, but whatever. It uses the basement key, so it's called the basement. I think this might be our first instance of having to fight the dogs. Oh, shortcut first. Yippee! I love shortcuts. This is a shortcut door, which opens the wrong way, but this is very near to the... Hey, you came out of your little house. Die for it. Yeah, this is very near the bonfire in there, so... Very helpful shortcut to open up. Don't fall off ledges. Right, working our way down into the lower Burg. We find ginormous evil puppies. think there's 3 of them actually in this. I really thought there were 3 of them. Like, I really thought there were 3 of them. Going this way is dangerous because torch guys suck. But and there's a lot of them. And the reward really isn't that extremely worth it. But they're jerks. Jerks must die. Twin humanities. Not exceptionally worth it, but you do need to come down into the lower Undead Burg for a few reasons. And you're going to want to unlock this guy with the resident key. The master key does not work on this door. And
brilliant. You opened. Thank you.
Who's this guy?
I am Griggs of Vinna. I am much obliged to you.
Anyway, saving this guy. He'll show up at Firelink now, and he'll actually teach you sorceries. So, whoops, did not mean to do that. Anyway, if you're thinking about a magic character, definitely do that. I'm going to put on a funny hat because I have a hat. Okay, now I look really funny, but that's okay. Hey, there's another dog. Why didn't you aggro with the rest of them? Oh well. This is also a trap. Going this way is going to set off an ambush. You guys. 3 of them, actually. One of them was throwing things at me. The other one was happy to try and stab me. These are the I got the thief hood. I like that so much better than this. Yeah. Yeah, they came out of these doors. You can't open these doors, although you can attack them through them. Mail breaky. No, I'm not going to use mail breaker. It's a very sad weapon. Has some potential, but it's really hard to use properly, and more often than not, there are better weapons for what it does. Kill some more. Jeez. Oh, I'm bleeding. I'm dying. Holy crap. This is just sad. Oh, and they killed me too. After 20 minutes of backpedaling and trying to heal, they just annihilate me. That's very sad. Oh well. Fortunately, we opened up the shortcut, so not a big loss. A couple of puppies to kill, and we'll be fine. Yeah, you're coming too, I know. Oh, I missed you again. Making our way back down again. If I start dying a lot, I may cut out some of my treks back. Especially if they're particularly long or boring. This one's not too bad, but I think he actually got killed by the fire. This one's just killing me, meanwhile. That is one of the huge advantages to some of the rapiers and spears, is that you can actually attack with your shield up. But it's, you know, they're not flawless by any means. There is no flawless weapon, no absolute best. You know, there's no ultimate weapon, no, you know, whatever that is guaranteed end game equip. You know, there's a valuable reason to equip, you know, probably about 24 weapons. You could argue are reasonable end game equips. So that's just, I just pulled that number out of the top of my head. I don't actually know the number of. All right. So many jerks all need to die. Do I think there's more dogs? I really think there's more dogs. You can already tell now that my little heal spell is, you know, it's not healing me full. It's great early game, but it doesn't last long, unfortunately, for being useful. Come on. Okay, the end. And in this one, there is a full thief set. So if you had started as a thief, this is basically the equipment you would have. I just got it. Pretty much all starter sets are available. Don't I want a thief mask? A little better there. I'll stay with this. Alright. That's the question. Oh. I got a lot of options for this. So that's better. Yeah, I'll go with it. What did I get up to? 17 poise. Oh yeah. Looking good. Alright. I'm gonna open up a path, another path. This is a nice section to open up a lot of shortcuts. Sure. Oh, I'm completely missed. Yeah, I love little shortcuts. This one especially because it takes me back to Firelink, and Firelink is like my home. Oh, that's not a move that I should get later. But actually, more important than access to Firelink is access to a merchant. Over here. And the curing poison, these two are very good. Especially the blooming, because it removes toxin, which is like a super poison. Dung pies. You can get poop. And you can get the charcoal, which applies fire to right-hand weapon. Not quite as good as the gold pine resin, but since you can buy it here, it's a lot nicer. You can also buy a couple humanity, but poison arrows, which are handy. Yeah, very useful merchant. Who gets mad at you when you don't buy anything. And going this way, this tunnel may look familiar to you. It's just like the one right next to Firelink. And this is the door at the end of it. So I just opened that up. I'm not intending to die, but the way this game has been going for me so far, I probably will die. It's just been that sort of day for me today. Maybe I'll go back to Gold Pine Resin Claymore. I may end up making a pit stop and upgrading it, throwing some Titanite shards at it, just as a good secondary. You know, as much as it's, you know, build is usually focused on the one weapon, having a couple of weapon options, especially early, is nice. All right, I guess we're gonna fight the Taurus. No, not Taurus. Captor Demon. This one actually gives people a lot of trouble early on. It's in an aggressively small area, which thankfully you can't fall off of. But he also has two little puppies with him, which are really annoying. I like to go right at him and start and get away from the fog gate and get locked in the corner. Get me. Okay, that is exactly what not to do. Do not get caught in the corner. Now we've established the don't do that part of the video. Wow, we can move on. I'm actually gonna backtrack through here, get back to Firelink to show where the sorcerer merchant is. I'll see how many of these jerks follow me. Oop. Fortunately, I opened up that path, so I mean, it's really not Not a far backtrack. Hi. Alright. So basically, no matter what your build is, if you're going to get locked in a corner by a couple enemies, you're going to be in trouble. So that guy always falls off the cliff when he drops something, but he never falls off the cliff when he doesn't. He's just a jerk that way. Nope, completely missed. Anyway, this guy's over here. So he'll teach me some sorceries. You have to have a minimum level of intelligence, I think of 10 or 14 before he'll teach you anything. Because he's kind of annoying like that, but it's not that steep. If you're planning on being a sorcerer of any type, then you will definitely end up with that much intelligence at some point. And I'm starting to feel like I should apologize for my subpar play. I don't remember last time I got killed by Capra Demon that badly. I mean, he's, you know, he's not a walk in the park, especially, you know, if you're out of practice or just not particularly good. I'm not sure which category I fall under at this point, but oh, the dogs are back. Let's see if I can do better this time. Hi, puppies. You land on my head, jerk. This game is full of jerks. And not just the ones griefing. Sometimes you can... This is a nice place to summon aid. Especially if you're struggling. But there's not... there's not a lot of people who are offering... Okay, I got way too focused on my souls, but... Ow, I got him. Since when do I have no humanity, anyway? Wow. I don't know what to tell you guys. That was just very sad. Well, since I have no humanity and very few souls in my pile, I might just ignore it from now on. Your first priority in that fight should probably be to take out the dogs. They are a bit annoying, but usually I do not have this much trouble with them. I don't know what's my deal today. I don't remember having this much trouble. Forest demon. Where's up? Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I may be cutting out a lot of this. I may be... I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. I might be fast forwarding. I'm gonna be doing a death counter, and I will keep that honest. But oh no! Jerk deep parried riposted me. Wow. It's just a sad day for Damon over here. It's full heal. Oh, I gotta pick up the stairs. Good start. Right back in my corner. Really? Alrighty then. Alright. Well, since I'm obviously being really, really careless at this point, I think I'm just going to call this a video here. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. This has been A Zamboni Driver failing at Dark Souls.